Dear all, welcome to my channel Biology Notes. Today I will discuss about the anatomy, histology of ovary and different stages of follicular development inside the ovary. Contents of the video include general overview, location, shape and size of ovary, anatomical and histological structure of ovary, and different stages of follicular development. The female reproductive system in human consists of internal sex organs and external genital structures. The internal female reproductive organs are the ovaries, uterine tubes, uterus, and vagina. The external genitalia include the mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, clitoris, vestibule and opening of the vagina, hymen, and external urethral orifice. Today I will discuss about the ovary, which is the primary sex organ in female. Ovaries are the only organs that produce female gametes or oocytes via oogenesis. This is a picture showing the female reproductive system in human. There are two ovaries present in female human. They are almond-shaped, pinkish white structure measuring about 3 cm in length, 1.5 cm in width, and 1 cm in thickness. Each ovary is attached to the posterior surface of the broad ligament by a peritoneal fold known as mesovarium. The superior or tubal pole of the ovary is attached to the pelvic wall by the suspensory ligament of the ovary, which carries the ovarian vessels and nerves. The inferior or uterine pole is attached to the uterus by the ovarian ligament. In this diagram, I have tried to show the anatomical and histological structure of ovary in female human. The surface of the ovary is covered by a single layer of cuboidal epithelium. This cellular layer, known as the surface epithelium, previously it was known as germinal epithelium. A layer of dense connective tissue fibers, known as tunica albuginea, is located immediately inside the surface epithelium. The stroma of ovary is a peculiar soft tissue. It is supplied with blood vessels. Other than blood vessels, it contains luteinized stromal cells, decidual cells, smooth muscle, fat, neuroendocrine cells, and endometrial stroma like cells. The ovary consists of two distinct regions, cortex or cortical region and medulla or medullary region. The cortex or cortical region is found in the peripheral portion of the ovary. The stroma of this zone is composed of highly cellular connective tissue. The ovarian follicles are embedded here. The central portion of the ovary is known as the medulla or medullary region. It contains loose connective tissue, a mass of relatively large contorted blood vessels, lymphatic vessels, and nerves. So, this is the general structure of ovary. Now, we will see the structural details of ovarian follicles and their maturation process. Ovarian follicles are of various sizes and distributed in the stroma of the cortex. Each follicle contains a single oocyte. These are primordial follicles. They are present in the stroma of the cortex just beneath the tunica albuginea. It is the schematic drawing of a primordial follicle. It is oocyte with a large nucleus. The cytoplasm is known as ooplasm. Ooplasm contains Balbiani body, rough endoplasmic reticulum, numerous mitochondria, lysosomes, annulate lamellae, numerous vacuoles, etc. These are squamous follicle cells. They form a single layer of cells and surrounds the oocyte. The outer surface of the follicle cells is bounded by a basal lamina. Stromal cells are also present surrounding the primordial follicles. Now, during puberty, with the release of follicle stimulating hormone from the pituitary, a small group of primordial follicles undergo cyclic growth and maturation in every month. But only one dominant follicle ovulates in each month. A primordial follicle develops into an early primary follicle. This is the schematic diagram of an early primary follicle. Here, oocyte enlarges, the surrounding flattened follicle cells proliferate and become cuboidal. The growing oocyte secretes specific proteins that are assembled into an extracellular coat called the zona pellucida. It appears between the oocyte and the adjacent follicle cells. The early primary follicle then transforms into late primary follicle. This is a diagram of a late primary follicle. Here, the single layered follicle cells gives rise to a stratified epithelium through rapid mitotic proliferation. This is known as the membrana granulosa or stratum granulosum and surrounds the oocyte. The follicle cells are now identified as granulosa cells. Just beneath the plasma membrane of oocyte, there are specialized secretory vesicles known as cortical granules. The basal lamina retains its position between the outermost layer of the follicle cells. As the granulosa cells proliferate, stromal cells immediately surrounding the follicle form a sheath of connective tissue cells known as the theca folliculi. In the next step, the late primary follicle differentiates into secondary follicle. This is a schematic diagram of secondary follicle. The theca folliculi differentiates into two layers, the theca interna and the theca externa. This is theca interna. It is the inner, highly vascularized layer of cuboidal secretory cells. In addition to secretory cells, the theca interna contains fibroblasts, collagen bundles, and a rich network of small vessels typical of endocrine organs. This is theca externa. It is the outer layer of connective tissue cells. It contains mainly smooth muscle cells and bundles of collagen fibers. The stratum granulosum reaches a thickness of 6 to 12 cell layers. Then, fluid filled cavities appear among the granulosa cells. Finally, the hyaluronan rich fluid called liquor folliculi continues to accumulate among the granulosa cells and the cavities begin to coalesce. As a result, a single crescent shaped cavity called the antrum is developed. So, the secondary follicle is also known as antral follicle. Finally, the secondary follicle will transform into a mature follicle or Graafian follicle. This is a diagram of a mature Graafian follicle. Here, the antrum enlarges in size. The stratum granulosum has a relatively uniform thickness except for the region associated with the oocyte. Here, the granulosa cells form a thickened mound called cumulus oophorus. The cells of the cumulus oophorus that immediately surround the oocyte are referred to as the corona radiata. These cells will remain with the oocyte at ovulation. The thicker layers become more prominent. The diameter of a mature Graafian follicle is about 2 cm or more. The diameter of the oocyte is around 125 micrometer. So this is all about the anatomy, histology of ovary with special reference to follicular cycle. If you have any query, please comment, like and share the video. Subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notification of new video. Stay with us, keep watching. Thank you.